Yeah, good morning, everybody. So it's nice, wonderful morning. Just here, glad I'm here. So the today topic, I'm just going to discuss about the EV vehicle. So most people are aware of what is EV and how it is impacting our world and what it's doing right now and the current scenario. So actually EV, what's mean by EV? It's an electrical vehicle. So what is electrical? We can't plug the directly our home electric into the vehicle. No, it's not like that. It's a battery operated vehicle and it's a DC vehicle. So that's the thing. So in this topic, I'm just going to discuss four things about this thing, like awareness and what is EV and environmental factors. What is going to be the factors that's going to affect in the environment and that's good for the environment. And the fourth point is the scope in the future. Means what this EV is going to take you in the future. How long it's going to be travel with you. What is the impact going to you're going to face things. Okay. First of all, I just want to say is things is it is not the wave, it's not just the future, and it's going to save many lives, first of all. So like sorry. Yeah. It is not the way for the future. They're going to save the lives like for today, even today. Not only in future, like for even today, like today in the sense maybe 1 year or 2 years, like in between the gap, not like after a decade, not after the centuries. So, and the thing is how it's going to affect today and later future. That's because of the climate, the world global things, global warming. That's a big worried factor that's happening now. Even you can see the last few like 5 years back, the summertime or either winter time is continuously different from right now. So that's because of the climate change, the way that we are handling the earth and handling our atmosphere. So what is happened earlier? So we have to think why it happened and why it is necessary for us to move to the EV. So it's because of the two things. The vehicle which we are using right now, it's a gasoline engines and the CNG vehicle. There are two types of vehicle. So right now we are in the gasoline like we use the diesel or maybe the petrol or the gas to run a vehicle, and the CNG is nothing but a compressed natural vehicle which the government are stepping into that like methane and ethanol. That's a that as in use the fossil fuels, but they use a natural gas as its source to drive the vehicle. So from these engines, what is constantly coming is a pollution. Pollution is not nothing but the smoke, the heat. Even in the California, the major issue is not about the climate, not about the pollution, the smoke. It's about the heat. How much heat we are generating from the industries, from the cars, and from our homes and other things. But major play is always the transportation. So how we can able to reduce these things without going for any alternate? Like the government used to say, oh, you have two cars? No, just drive in one car. So it means drive less. No, that's not a possible thing. And we have to say drive wise. Don't harsh driving. Don't be harsh in the roads. Just use wise. Whenever you need the car, you just use it. Or if not, take the public transport like the like bus or maybe something like trains or metros or something. Or maybe they are saying me to optimize. Like if you have a 4 5 cars, why you have a 4 5 cars? You can join each other. Like you can share the rides with the friends or share the rides with the family. But these things are not practical solutions. So by these ways, we cannot be able to reduce our gas engines or the CNG vehicles. So that's why we need an alternate solution, and it comes the EV. Like it is a electrical vehicle. So it is like yeah, it even pollutes, but not as much as like the CNG vehicle or gas vehicles. So as I said before, the largest source for the climate pollution in the United States is just our transportation. Transportation is nothing but our vehicles. So if you check the evolution of EV, like it started It's back, like long back. Uh, it's like 1832. It was started very, very, very long back, even before we are able to imagine. Like the Thomas Alva Edison, he's the first one who's going to introduce what is the EV. But after that, it was not that much scope on this because we don't care about it. It was like a luxury thing. The EV was a luxury thing because at that time the gas engines were very popular and it was coming into the market, and EV is not necessary. So the people haven't taken as much as care. But after like 2008, after the that's a global economy, the globalization happening all over the world. So that comes where the EV is very focused because of the climate change. Like many other things have happened in between the time of 2005 to 2010, like the recessions, like the Antarctica ice melts, and the climate has drastically changed. Especially the in 2005 it happened the tsunami. They just say that's because of the earthquake, is because of the fossil fuels. We have drilled a lot, and made the tectonic plates and displays. So that's a long history back. So, but the focus on the EVs comes in the 2008, and in 2005 in America, the GM, that's a parent of the motor things, General Motors. They started even take that idea, bringing EV, and now in 2021, everybody is concentrated on the EV. So that's the evolution. And this is the picture. It shows you the overview from 1832. It's not as a big, but still I can try to see something. So from 1832 it was started, and still it's going on. Like in the period of 2008 till 2017, that was the period where the EVs is take a lot of changes. So EV, just if you consider EV, just not only the passengers cars, it comes in every other car, like the public transport, which you use the bus, and even the metros, they are not using any diesel engine, they are using the electrical things. Even the electrical things, it just has a battery backup. So that's how the battery things are coming. And most importantly, they just choose the EVs because of the noise. Noise pollution is also another kind of pollution. It disturbs you a lot. Like for example, if you're traveling for a long time, long distance, you feel vomiting in a public transport. Is because of the noise that's coming from the vehicle itself. So that's thing. And less noise and less smoke. The smoke in EV we didn't have a smoke, but still there was a smoke, like a kind of radiator things, the oil things, a little, but not that much. And these are the EV vehicles that we are right now presently we are using, like the family, the passengers cars which we use the homes, and the truck, even the trailers, and the public transport like the bus and the metros, and sometimes even the logistics companies, the small companies they are ready to use the EV, and they are just turning their face to the EV than the gas engines. And thing is, why sudden, what happened, why we want to go for EV rather than we can use everybody has a common question, why you want to go for EV rather than you can use the CNG or not go for the gas. But thing is, here even the CNG has a lot of disadvantages, like the methane and the ethanol that comes from the natural, but still it has its own disadvantage. So that's the thing. EV vehicles, like if you have an EV vehicle, we can use the electricity from your home. It's so easy access, not like a gas that we have to go for a gas station and fill by ourselves. And even the gas comes from the other country, other part of the world, and it takes a lot of time. And it's less maintenance because the less moving part. We don't have any engines, radiators, no axle, just a motor and just a battery. And it is friendly. We can use and the charge ports. We don't have to take a big pipelines to travel, take the gas. Just an electrical grid everywhere is electricity is available. So, and it is pollution free, as I said before. And many resources, like if you have an EV and if you're going to a front home, we can plug it and we can start using it. The same thing is a compact size. The sizes of the vehicle is much smaller than the gas engine. And this was the market of the EV. Just to give you an overview, still it's 2022 from the 2016. They just taken this way. It's like 134 billion. It's a EV market. It's both combined with US and China. Not about the overall world. It's US and China. It's just a 134 billion. So that's a very big, huge. It's happening something behind us, but So we have to be very serious about this, how people are moving towards the EV. And this is just a Europe markets figures, like in Europe was 6 million and 142,510, means it's a sales, number of sales, not the dollars. That was the previous, these things is the dollars, the market value. And this is just the number of sales, the cars have been sold out. Like in Europe market and in Russian market and the other part of the world, like in India or maybe in the Asian countries, the Philippines and other markets are mainly to concentrate towards the EV. And these are it just EV. Yeah, we know it's electrical, but even in EV there was many different types. Like BEV means it's a battery operator because completely it's a battery, and PHEV is a hybrid. Like we use a Prius, that we use a gas at the same time the battery, and the FEV, that is the fuel cells. Like they use the hydrogen as its fuel. That was a concept is getting developed to replace the EV, but we don't know how long it takes you there. And what is the environmental factors that is going to change if you are using the EV than the this thing is because of the climate change. I say it's even it's not about the pollution. It's not just the pollution. It's about many factors is considering, like the noise, as I said before, noise and the pollutants. It's a pollute. It's in a technical term it's called pollute. Pollutes, like the particles which comes from the engine or from burning the fossil fuels. It's very bad for the respiratory, like bronchitis, lung cancer, and many other things. So these were the just general statistics which happened in America. That 35% of the people are being using the EVs, and Texas is 55%, and in New York is 70%, because it was such a big market. So there people are moving towards it. And in what is maybe in future? So as I said, this scope. In future, the California government, especially we are talking about the California, in 2040, they just want make all the vehicles towards EV. Like even the bus you travel, or maybe the metro is already in the electrical, but still they want to make it battery operated, and our passengers cars. So in 2040, I guess we don't see any more gas stations in here. So this was the audience. So even you see, if it is the vehicle, who is liking the vehicle more than the in the gender base, like the women's are more concentrated towards the EV, because I think they care about the world than the men, I think so. So it is 60% of the men are liking the EV vehicle, then the 40% the vehicle. And in between, if you compare the age factors, is 20 to 35 age, the youngsters, they just focus towards 40%, and the mid age, like 35 to 50, is 50%. Elder people, they're just having 10% of the EV vehicle. So that's it for today, and thank you.